Hello everyone, today we are going to discuss about nucleotide, purines and pyrimidines. The nucleic acid, DNA and RNA are assembled from the nucleotides, which consist of three components: the nitrogenous base, 5-carbon pentose and phosphate. The nucleic acid are classified according to the pentose they contain. If the pentose is ribose, the nucleic acid is RNA, that is ribonucleic acid. And if the pentose is deoxyribose, the nucleic acid is DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid. So let's discuss about the nucleoside and nucleotide. The nucleoside contains nitrogenous base and 5-carbon sugar, which is also known as pentoses. And the nucleotide is nucleoside and addition of the phosphate, that is nitrogenous base, 5-carbon sugar and the phosphate. And we should also know about the purine and pyrimidines. Actually, before going to purines and pyrimidine, let's discuss about the bases, nitrogenous bases. There are two types of nitrogenous containing bases most commonly found in the nucleotides, that is known as the purines and pyrimidine. Yes, the purines and pyrimidine are known as the nitrogenous bases. The purine, adenine and guanine, and the pyrimidine is cytosine, uracil and thymine. The bond between the adenine always pairs with the thymine, whereas cytosine pairs with the guanine. However, the uracil is present in RNA and the thymine in the DNA. The adenine pairs with thymine by the 2 hydrogen bonds, whereas the cytosine pairs with the guanine by the 3 hydrogen bond. So the melting point of cytosine that is paired with the guanine is higher. That means the higher amount of energy is needed to break the cytosine guanine bond than compared to the adenine thymine bond. It will be later discussed in the DNA replication, as the initiation of replication takes place in TATA segment, because it is more easier to unzip the TATA segment than the CG group. So here you can see the structure of the purine, and it is the structure of the pyrimidine. The purine always have 2 rings and the pyrimidine has 1 ring. So there is one really important you should know, that is the components of the purine: nitrogen and carbon. What various elements contribute to the nitrogen and carbon? The first nitrogen, the N1, here this nitrogen is contributed by the aspartate. The C2 and C8 is contributed by N-tail formyl tetrahydrofolate, and the N3 and N9 nitrogen 3 number nitrogen, 9 number nitrogen is contributed by glutamine. The C4, C5 and 7 is contributed by the glycine. The C6 is contributed by the carbon dioxide. And this is the pyrimidine ring. The pyrimidine has only 1 ring. So the N1 and C2 is contributed by the carboxyl phosphate. The N3, C4, C5 and C6 is contributed by the aspartate. This is really important, you should know for your boards, because it is asked many times. So this is the structure of the nucleotide. So here you can see the nitrogenous base. This is the nitrogenous base. This is the 5-carbon sugar, and this is the phosphate. This is the nucleotide. So if you remove the phosphate from this structure, then the structure remaining becomes the nucleoside. This structure is only nucleoside, The addition of this structure, for if the phosphate is added to this structure, it becomes the nucleotide. So in this lecture we discuss about nucleoside, nucleotide, the types of purine and pyrimidine, their bonds, the structure of the purine and pyrimidine, and what are the various structures that contributes the elements of the purine and pyrimidine, and the structure of the nucleotide and nucleosides. This really you should learn this, and you should memorize what various component contribute to the elements of the purines and pyrimidine. Thank you.